So I want to read you here a poem from Miss Rose Kavanaugh, and this was something that she wrote 14 years ago, Christmas 2002. I can't do it justice, but I'll do my best. Here we go. Arriving before dinner, whiteness all around. Snow was falling. Snacking before dinner, covered white ground. Snow was falling. Eating Christmas dinner together was great. The snow was falling. How we lingered over the things we ate. The snow was falling. Okay, clear the table. Dishes all away. Time to open our gifts. Best time of day. The snow was falling. Now we linger no more. The street covered with snow. The snow was still falling. Going home with Christmas houses, blasting lights, background white with snow, a wonderland of sights, snowflakes still falling. That's from Miss Rose Kavanaugh, and she was a guest on this show back in 2014, and we bring her to you now, lovely Miss Rose Kavanaugh, who passed away early this morning, just after 90 years of age.
Let's go back to the beginning. Tell us where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And you want to know the year?
Only if you want to tell me. I would never ask you that.
See, it's in the book.
Oh, is it? Okay.
See, on the back cover, it's all about me. About the author.
Let's see this. Hold on. Let me read this part here.
In the back cover.
Oh, there it is.
All
okay.
the information about my poems.
So September 23rd, 1926.
Right.
You were born in Brooklyn. It says here, let me read the bio so you can hear this. Rose is not only a retired control clerk, but also a retired school volunteer for PS 60 and St. Thomas the Apostle School Library. Rose was a member of St. Thomas Church Choir for 25 years and a member of the Nocturnal Adoration Adorers. Now, what is that?
That has to do with the church.
Okay. A lifetime member of the International Society of Poets continues, as does her membership with the Woodhaven Cultural and Historical Society. Rose has 19 anthologies with a poem of hers in each.
Right.
Rose feels fulfilled in life with her later accomplishments, which leaves a feeling so rewarded and thankful for being able to do all that she enjoyed. For her poems in the Leader Observer from 1983 through 1995.
And then later on in Queen's Times.
Right, Queen's Times, The Poetry Corner, James Lisa, publisher. And her awards and honorable mentions for her poetry are rewarding, especially the Honorable Mention Award for her second book, Poems and Lyrics for All Seasons and Reasons, from the Writer's Digest contest.
Yeah. Well, did you get with the Queen's Times?
Yes, the Queen's Times here.
2002 to 2011.
Oh, is that what the years? Okay.
I had over 50 poems.
Wow.
Oh, no, wait, I had more. The 70 with Leader Observer.
Uh-huh.
And over 100. I have 128 with Queen's Times.
Wow.
Poetry.
Poetry Corner.
Yeah, they had poetry.
Now you have a little message here. It says, Dear Mom and Dad, I am blessed for the care I was able to give you, and now I am blessed with the care my son, daughter, son-in-law, and grandchildren are giving to me in my time of need, with my moving and illness. Thanks be to God for getting us through heartaches, and like most families, there are many.
Yeah.
Dear Eileen, be proud of your son Jimmy, now in college, and your husband, #1 single parent. They do as much for people just as you did. We love you and miss you, and so do your brothers, sisters, nieces, and nephews.
Eileen died of cancer.
And who was Eileen?
That's my son's wife, my daughter-in-law. And he was only 4 years old.
Oh, boy.
Jimmy. And my son raised him from 4 years old. He went to school, college, and he's working, and he has a good job.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah.
That's great. So let's take it back. Let's take it back to the beginning. So you were born in Brooklyn, and is that where you grew up?
Yeah.
All right. And what was life like? What part of Brooklyn did you grow up in?
Well, I was born in the Bushwick section.
Uh-huh.
And in the 2B, I wrote a poem. They wanted us to write an Easter card.
Okay.
And I wrote in poetry form. I don't remember 2B I was in.
Uh-huh.
It says, Easter Day is almost here. Everyone is full of cheer. When they see their Easter bunny, they all laugh and think it's funny. That was the 2B.
So that's second grade?
Yes, 2B.
Wow.
And then, because we had to write something for Easter,
Uh-huh.
and I wrote it, and after I realized it was a poem. But then in 8th grade, my teacher, Miss Schuster, she loved poetry and Shakespeare.
Uh-huh.
So she would give us the homework to write.
Okay.
And she had me recite my poems in the auditorium, in the assembly hall.
Mm.
And she really got me into it. She loved my poetry.
Now, what was it like your first time reading it out in front of everybody? How old were you?
Oh, when I read, I was in 8th grade.
And what was that feeling like? Were you nervous reading it in front of the whole class, or?
Well, of course, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But then I sort of got used to it because I knew she encouraged me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, and I got used to it. So, I was very honored that she liked my poetry that much.
Sure.
And ever since then, in high school, I wrote for the Bushwick Bulletin. I went to Bushwick High.
Uh-huh.
And then I was writing then for the paper, and I would enter contests. And
Okay.
I got a lot of awards of merit and the different things they sent me honoring my poetry. I didn't win the contest, but they always gave me a big certificate of merit.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I went on through the years.
So now you come up on one of the big events of the last century, the World War II, and that's a big time in everyone's life. Did you write a lot about what was going on?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because my brothers were in the war.
Uh-huh.
And my brother Johnny was in the Battle of St. Lo.
Okay.
He was the younger one, and we worried about him. And he was knocked out 3 times. We thought we lost him, and then they sent that he was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the war was a big thing because mostly all the fellas were in the war. 18 they went.
Right.
And I was around that age then.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it meant a lot. And I was working in a war plant.
You were working where?
In a war plant.
Okay, and where was that?
Well, that was in Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
And it was a radio corporation. We made the radios for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And before that, I was doing drilling and milling parts of airplanes.
Wow.
So I started early working, and
Yeah.
I liked it so much. I left school and in the 5th term, and then I later on, when I was working, I took a course for my graduation, high school graduation.
Uh-huh.
I took the course and I passed, and I got my certificate. So I was happy about that.
And how old were you then?
Well, I was over 18.
Okay.
Yeah, over 18 when I graduated from that. And then I worked in New York, and at Hudson American Radios it was.
Uh-huh.
Hudson American Radios. And Burgess Meredith was in my building.
Now, this is a great story. Can you tell me this again? Because I love hearing this story about the day you met Burgess Meredith.
Yeah. And, he had an office in the building that I worked, 25 West 43rd Street.
And what year was this about?
Well, I was about 18 then, so 23 and 23.
So it was mid-40s.
Yeah, in my 40s.
It was in the mid-40s, and so he was a well-known actor.
So we all used to wait for him to say hello.
Uh-huh.
And he said he would give me his autograph. So the night before, we had fountain pens then. We didn't have the other pens. I filled it at night, really filled it. And then I gave him, when I saw him, I gave him my fountain pen and my paper to sign.
Uh-huh.
And he took it, and he says, oh, yes, I'll give you my autograph. And then he pressed so hard on the pen that it leaked. And all over his fingers and the paper.
Uh-huh.
And I was so embarrassed. And I went to leave, and I heard him say, "Damn it." So I said, "Oh my God!" And my face was red, with face so red. I said, "I'm sorry," and said with only a memory of 3 blue fingers and paper blotched with ink.
Oh, dear.
And 2 precious words he uttered, "Damn it." Remembering them, I shrink. So I wrote that right after that.
So that's a little interview with Rose. I've got